Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and happy Thanksgiving week. After learning about Churels from folklore, I have to say, this might just be the most terrifying figure the Four Horsemen have ever made. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Over the past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valaverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. Alrighty, here is a look at the packaging and everything you get. Well, almost everything you get. You can see a good amount of the stuff right here. This is the Legions Con exclusive, provided by Legions Con, not the Four Horsemen. Here on the side we have the Churel. Man, I gotta tell you, if you guys pause and read this or you do any research on your own, because I've never heard of the Churel, but basically these are women who died at the hands of their husband or their lover or their loved ones, possibly during childbirth or to cover up infidelity or things like that, and they come back in a pretty terrifying form. Backwards feet, all kinds of just totally grossness. Now, of course, the Four Horsemen have adapted this to their Crossroads storyline, so it has been tamed down just a tad, but good Lord, if you look up the folklore surrounding the Churel and their origins in South Asia, it is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. On this side, we have the Nymph. So these are two different characters that you can build. You have both builds in this package. You have to buy two to be able to build both characters. And then here is, of course, the story of the Crossroads right here. And again, all of the people who have worked on this and the fan group admins, my good buddy Curtis, my buddy Cullen, my good friend Cloud, Walter, man, lots of really cool people getting some shout outs on the back of this. So let's get her opened up and see if she is terrifying as the folklore that she is based on suggests. Alrighty, there is a lot of parts here, but something I did want to show off, just like the Revenant and the Warrior, the Churel and the Nymph doesn't come fully decked out in either look. Not either proper look. So as you can see here with the artwork on the side of the box, the Churel would have the white hair and the robes, but she also has this belt and the chain and the rest of it like this. Whereas on this side, if you look at the Nymph, she has the wings and the black hair, but she doesn't have this belt on and a different staff. So, you know, I guess they did this on purpose, to encourage popping and swapping to make your own versions of these characters from the Crossroads. So it's just something I wanted to point out. Now, of course, we do get a secondary tray, and you guys know if we get a secondary tray, I always like to show you guys what we get here. And here are all the parts that we get. We get some extra little bone pieces that we've seen recently. We have the Father Christmas staff that also came with Altar Cyclovis, which we're going to talk about again in a minute. This bladed weapon, which I love. We're getting this, again, this skull spirit spellcasting piece in a different colorway than we've gotten before. We have some fairy wings in smoke gray, some extra little bits and bags for the belt. The cage here, another rat, and then Queen Urxa's head, and then also the head, oh man, I'm gonna forget her name, from Cosmic Legions. We're getting that in a different look. And yeah, so we get a lot of stuff here. Also in a little baggie, we get this black cloak. Again, this is the same cloak that came with Altar Cyclovis, I believe. This is the same cloak, just in a different colorway. He also came with that Father Christmas staff. So a little bit of cosmic parts making their way into the crossroads. All right, let's go over the heads first, because there's a lot. Here is the Queen Urxa head. And from what I remember and from what I can find online, this is one of the exclusive heads that will not be in the retail version. It's absolutely beautiful. I've never had this head before. I don't know if they've ever used it after Queen Urxa. I don't think that they have, but I could be completely wrong. Yeah, this is absolutely a must-have if you are able to get one from the convention. These heads are absolutely incredible. We also have another exclusive head. This is the bright, vibrant neon green head that will fit on the Scaphoid 2.0 figure. Also, I believe, exclusive to the show version. And then we have the Zirian Spire head with the little pointed elf ears. So we did see her, in the first wave of Cosmic Legions, and it is so beautiful in this colorway and the blacked out eyes. This is just absolutely incredible. Looks gorgeous. So those are the exclusive heads. So when you get this figure in retail, you will get, of course, this head, which is the Thrace Wraithhaler head, which looks great in this colorway with the pale skin, blacked out eyes, and jet black hair. Looks absolutely beautiful. And then we have the newer version, which is the Ghost of Christmas, is it Past or whatever. Is this also used for the zombies? I can't remember that were just unveiled. I don't know if does this head remove? Does the hair come off? Yes, it does, just like the Ghost Figura Obscura version. You can pop that off. And I'm assuming that all the hair pieces are interchangeable with that figure. Now I can't get it to pop back in, so I'll take care of that off camera. We also get quite a bit of hands. So on the figure in the box, you get the gripping hands on horizontal hinges. Here are the gripping hands with vertical hinges. You also get some clawing hands, which look very scary on horizontal hinges. And then we also get these really cool gesturing hands, outstretched, reaching hands on horizontal hinges. As far as the accessories go, all of these accessories we've seen before. Here are the fairy wings, just in this darker smoke gray color. Very nice and rubbery and flexible. Plug into the shoulder pauldrons ports on the back. Looks really cool. We get, again, this piece here that we got originally with Thrace Wraithhaler in like a bluish purpley color, if I remember correctly. Now it is in this smoke gray version. We get a lot of these little trinkets, these little bits and bobs that I believe also came with Thrace. So the little bags, the little bird skull, and the little bundle of bones. So we've seen those before. It's really cool to see them again. Now those are all different from the bones that come on this belt that I believe is the Belualith belt, which also, that's the Belualith head, right? Like, yeah, so we're getting some parts there. So we have the chain, the whip, and then all the little bones and hands and all those little parts and pieces. We also get that rat again. So many rats this year. This one looks great in that gray color. And then, of course, this old goblin weapon that we've gotten before, or orc weapon. It's just very crude. It's very, the blade and the spikes with the chunk of tree wood here, or branch, looks really, really dope. And then we do get the Father Christmas staff with 3 different swappable heads. So you can either use the crook, or you can use the staff for the nymph, or you can use this port that you could put a head on, because that is a ball peg. So if you wanted to put a skull or any other kind of head on there, you certainly could. So I believe the Churel uses the crook, and I believe the Nymph uses the staff. So those are all of the parts and pieces. Is that everything? No, I don't think so. We still have the robe. Like I said, this is from Altar Cyclovis with the big, huge hood, and there is a wire running around it and down the edge and the back of both, all in black, which is really nice. And I don't think I showed off the chain here, or the bird cage, which I believe we got with oh my gosh, what's her name? Belualith. We got this. I think it had like the little snake bones in there. So if you wanted to put, I don't know, could you fit this in there on a head? Fit both pieces in there together to keep the head up a little bit. You certainly could if you wanted to, you know. And then you can hang this from the hook, and boy, that looks very adequately creepy. So fluttering in here, we have the Nymph as she is depicted on the box art. The only thing we don't have shown, of course, is her staff. I kind of like her fingers kind of splayed out in like a floating gesturing, you know, maybe even one foot in front of the other would be a really nice pose to have her on your shelf. Now, again, you can also do this. I believe on the package, they kind of have her wings down a little bit. So if you wanted to have them down by her side, you certainly could do that. So let's see. The heads are like really easy to pop out. Also, another thing I don't think I showed is that I believe that this hairpiece is removable as well. So you can sort of swap out these two heads if you wanted. This head over here with her, you certainly could, but I don't think that would fit the character as it's written, because the Churel is definitely a scarier character, and with the you know, the bits of decayed flesh being chewed away there or eaten away, you know, I think that would kind of fit that character a little bit better. But this head on her also would look really cool as a Nymph. Because she does have like that Tinkerbell bob cut going on there. I think that looks pretty fantastic as well. Yeah, that just looks absolutely great. And so let's go ahead and transform her into the Churel. Let's see, we could probably do this on screen. No, I shouldn't have to do this off camera. We'll just remove the wings here. And remove this head. And man, this is a very versatile figure. You can do so much with it, and there's so many really cool parts that I may pick up another one once the retail version comes out next year. But we want to definitely pop the legs on here, and then put the torso back together. It pops on very, very easily. And then we want to put the cloak on, kind of push it back a little bit, and then let's pop on this head. You just want to make sure you get all the little strands of hair out of the way, and there you have it. Yeah, I don't really know how you would put the hood up unless, yeah, that's going to be kind of tough with this hair. I'm sure you could figure it out, but yeah, you certainly could. And there is the more scary Churel form. Now, of course, we do have some other heads that we could look at with this figure. So with this look of the Churel, let's see here. Let's put on the Queen Urxa head, because this definitely would fit this character as well. Yeah, that looks pretty scary. Yeah, that's pretty dope. And I love the extra bone, the little pop of bone color up there in her headdress. That looks really, really cool. Now, I guess you could, I just want to see what it looks like. You could pop on the Ziri head, Ziri Inspire, and then you could, you know, put the hood up that way as well. And that looks really cool. This hood, I can see a lot of people doing really cool things with this oversized hood, both on a male or a female character. But yeah, man, she's looking looking pretty dope in her two forms. All right, so let's get her up on the rotating base and give her final thoughts. So I found that you actually can put the longer hair on with the robe. What you want to do is when you're opening the robe up to put it over the neck peg, you just want to fish the hair, the back part of the hair. You just want to push that down through the opening of the cloak, down between the cloak and the character's back, so that the hair is between the cloak and the back. And yeah, just like you see here, you can definitely put the longer hair on with the cloak and have it pulled up, and I think this is a very dope look. But like I said in my thumbnail, in my opening, if you look up the Churel, she is a pretty terrifying character in mythology and in folklore. The idea of a vengeful female spirit coming back to drain the life force from either lovers or people who happen through their crossroads or on their travels through the woods or in scary dark places. This vengeful female spirit coming back to avenge unfinished business, and the look is just terrifying. Sometimes nude, sometimes robed in red, sometimes depicted with very grotesque and overly demonic female forms without getting too graphic. Also with backwards turned feet that they always keep hidden so that you can't tell that they're a Churel. Literally, it's freaking terrifying. It's the stuff of nightmares. But that's not this particular character. This particular character is fantastic. She is gorgeous, and I absolutely love this figure. It's my first time getting my hands on one. I didn't open it up at Legion's Con, and I'm sad to say that I waited this long because she is absolutely phenomenal. Had I opened her at Legion's Con, I probably would have bought another because she's that freaking amazing. But if you missed out, don't worry. You can always get your hands on one at the retail version when it comes out, just minus a few extra heads. So let me know in the comments down below. Did you guys pick this figure up? Did you pass? Are you waiting for the retail version? Let me know. Please continue to check out our podcast, which comes out every 2 weeks, wherever fine podcasts are downloaded, and that is called Across the Toyverse, done with my good friend Scott. And also, please check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.